Peace to each child.
Peace to the creatures, peace to the nations.
Peace in our hearts, peace in our world.
Come, O Christ, and stand in our midst, as you did stand in the midst of your disciples, and speak to us words of peace. Come to us from the heart of God.
Come to us from the garden of our beginnings.
Come to us from the center of this moment.
Come to us from the true depths of our soul.
Come, O Christ, and stand in our midst, as you did stand in the midst of your disciples, and speak to us words of peace. This is a reading from the Gospel of Jesus according to Luke. Someone in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide my family inheritance with me." But Jesus said to him, "Friend, who sent me to be judge or arbiter over you?" And Jesus said to them, "Take care. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of possessions." Then he told them a parable. The land of a rich man produced abundantly, and he thought to himself, "What should I do? I have no place to store all my crops." Then he said, "I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all my grain and my goods. And I will say to my soul, 'Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this very night your life and things will be ended. And the things you have prepared, whose will they be then?' So it is with those who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich toward God." This is the gospel of the Lord.
Praise be to you, Lord Christ.
Please be seated. So I want to just give you a little bit of context for this gospel before we get into our discussion questions. The beginning, first of all, this is not Luke 9. If any of you are Bible scholars, this is not Luke 9. It's Luke 12. I don't know how the bulletin got printed like that. My fault. Luke 12. The beginning of the chapter, it says thousands were crowded around Jesus, so much that they were trampling on each other. Thousands trampling on each other. Okay? Jesus says, and then he pulls aside his disciples, and he's in the midst of this discussion about the Pharisees, about how they tell other people what to do. Like they make them do hard stuff, but they don't want to do it themselves. So he says, beware of hypocrisy. Hypocrisy is like not a good thing in Jesus' world. To say something, demand it of other people, and meanwhile you are living in an entirely different way. So Jesus says, beware of hypocrisy. And in the midst of all these thousands of people, Jesus teaching, somebody is rude. I mean, basically this is a rude question. He just, in the midst of everything, "Hey, teacher, tell my brother, tell my brother to divide inheritance with me." Now, I don't know about you, but I mean, if somebody did that to me, when I'm in the middle of a profound teaching, I'd be like, "What is up?" So, and clearly, the man thinks that however the division has happened, he's gotten the short end of the stick, right? He wants Jesus to side with him in this family dispute. Side with him. And Jesus just turns it right back and keeps on teaching. Keeps right on teaching with what he's been teaching, which is, beware of all of this greed, because it leads you nowhere. It is a dead end. So, with that in mind, isn't that something? Thousands of people, and somebody says, "Hey, I got shorted in my family inheritance. You need to fix this." Okay, so our reflection is, I actually took this quote from The Soul of Money, which some of us did a book study on this earlier, The Soul of Money by Lynn Twist. And this is what she says. When you let go of trying to get more of what you don't really need, when you let go of that, what you don't really need. Now, we all have needs, right? So it's not about not having not getting your needs met. But when you let go of trying to get more than what you really need, it frees up all these oceans of energy to make a difference with what you actually have. Right? With what you actually have. First of all, it opens your eyes to what you actually have. And what you actually have, what we actually have, is so much. And then we can make a difference with what we have when we kind of let go of this striving to get more when we don't really need it. Okay, so the questions are, what have been some gotta-haves for you? Like, you just gotta have it. When I was in college, I put myself through college. I worked. I paid my tuition fees, right? Frye boots. Anybody remember Frye boots? Yeah. Yeah. They were, I wanted them so badly, and I didn't have the resources to get them. But I wanted that, and now I have boots, my friends. When it comes winter, you'll see me in my boots, and I love them. They make a difference to me. They keep my feet warm, So some gotta haves, like really answer your soul, and some are disappointing. After a while, you realize, I didn't really need that. So talk about what are some gotta haves that you've had in your life, and what difference did they make for you? Like, did they really fulfill your heart, your soul, whatever? Or did they not? How did they disappoint you? And what does being rich toward God mean to you? Okay? So you can just kind of get in this group here, you gotta turn around, just get into some groups, talk about these questions together.
All right.
Can't remember.
Much better.
As a kid, I remember that really
I wish you got me before because we're discussing something. And so
and it was.
large kitchen appliance.
Wanting something
Supposed to do about
I wish I could paraphrase it, but there's things that are not really important, but you crave them. So help me out here, man. Not
Do you have any wants right now?
Health.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a thing. But does that you guys want to? We have everything we need.
To me, this is a rich toward God kind of place. A place that cares for one another and cares for the earth. I know those are seem really simple, but if we didn't have them, our lives would be really different. So to me, richness towards God is a lot about what's happening right here.
Yeah, good answer.
Okay, now I have something in your bulletin called clearing the altar. The altar is clear. So what I want us to do here while we're setting up and getting ready for the offertory is just to think about, spend some time in reflection. What do you need to clear out of your psyche, or your life, or your home, or whatever, wherever you need to clear, that prevents you from focusing on what's truly important to you? And I'm not going to define what that is for you. I don't know what's truly important to you, but this is a time to just reflect on clearing that away so that you can focus. Here we're going to focus on the element, on Christ coming to us and being one with us. So time to just clear the altar of your soul, of your heart, of your mind. Amen. Creating Spirit, from whom all life comes, here we gather again with bread and with wine, seeking your presence, longing once more to be nourished, hungering for wholeness in our lives, for unity on earth, and for peace among the nations.
Here we gather with bread and wine, but with more than bread and wine.
Here we gather with creation's elements all around us, with earth, air, fire, and water expanding through the universe, with the glory of the sun, the whiteness of the moon, the glittering of heaven's lights off flowing waters.
Here we gather with bread and wine, but with more than bread and wine.
Here we gather with the firm fecundity of the earth, the growing and greening of trees, creatures of the day and night, birds of the air, all full of your glory, all bearers of your presence, all parts of a great harmony that we long to touch and taste and become one with again.
Here we gather with bread and wine, but with more than bread and wine.
So with everything that we see and sense around us, with the visible and invisible energies that pulse with life, we join our souls in the song that vibrates throughout the whole creation. Holy, holy God, your presence fills all things.
Creation marred by neglect and abuse.
Life forms torn forever out of the fabric of the universe.
Nature ravaged.
Wealth wasted.
Earth's community divided.
Nations at war.
Communities fractured.
Families broken.
The human soul sick and far from home.
Great creating Spirit, hear our plea for mercy.
Hear our prayers for the earth.
And now I invite you to pray aloud or in silence for the people and places in our world that long for peace and new beginnings. Pray for the people of Texas and Ohio, El Paso, and Gilroy.
That we find a way to stop this.
Let our Congress shape up.
pray for healing of the great stain of racism that runs through our world. Into our brokenness came the memory of wholeness.
Into our fear came the messenger of love.
Christ born among us,
One with us,
child of heaven,
son of womanhood,
bearer of forgiveness,
healer of our nature,
teacher of wisdom,
prophet of peace,
rejected by the religious,
crucified by the state,
companion of our soul.
lover of the earth.
Jesus taught us, we now pray.
Our Lord in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
With his disciples at table on the night of his arrest, Jesus blessed the bread and said, "This is my body, broken for you." With his disciples at table on the night of his arrest, Jesus blessed the wine and said, "This is my lifeblood, poured out for you." Come upon us with your Spirit, O God, and upon this bread and wine of the earth. Come upon us with your Spirit, O God, and upon this cup of unity.
May it set us free to love.
These are the gifts of heaven for the people of earth. Let us just greet the people right around you.
God bless you, John. Yes. First, bless you. You're always
He's not in Washington.
Good morning, Phil. Phil, bless you. Lord, peace.
Great creating spirit who swept over the depths of the unknown to give birth to creation in all its splendor.
Great creating spirit, who conceived life in the womb of Mary, to give birth to the child of peace.
Great creating spirit who hovers over the waters of the human soul today, to give birth to healing and visions that have never been before.
Come to us as an earth community.
Come to us as nations of the world.
Grant us wholeness.
Grant us healing.
Grant us together a new language and community one. Over and around us lies.
is uneven. And I think all of us vestry people are observing, maybe what we're going to have to do to make this a friendly place for all of us. But I appreciate your willingness. Next Sunday, we will be at Toro Park. No 10 o'clock service. Will be out at noon at Toro Park, joining with our sister church, San Pablo de Apostol from Seaside. And why I say that is our sister church is that we have a tutoring program there. Carol Lowry just led a beautiful art camp for the kids there. Twice the number of kids they were expecting, almost, came. And all that art will be at Toro Park. So, bring cookies. They're providing carne asada, barbecue, and all the sides. We're providing the cookies. So. And our new preschool director, Nina Paganetti, is doing games for the children. Okay, and Alice has some announcements for the art show.
Yes. First of all, who has received their art show invitation?
Yay.
What year is this?
19.
I have no idea.
What number of art show?
We're 12.
The first, the second, which one?
12.
All right. So, there are many ways in which we all can help. One is to attend the event. One is to help volunteer. There are many, many areas in which to help. Buy raffle tickets if you can't attend. Make a donation. We'll be selling tickets after most of the services and at the barbecue. And I'll set up a table today up in the parish hall. So please respond, get your RSVPs in so we're not doing this all at the last minute. So are there any questions about the art show? Yes, Miriam.
Well, I can vouch that we need at least a dozen people in the kitchen. I only say that because Linda Cadet, who we love, is in Nevada, and she used to be the chair. So I don't know who's in charge of the kitchen, but
I'll answer that. Kimberly Erdl is in charge of the kitchen, along with Stella Perea, who has agreed to be her co-chair in the kitchen. We will need lots of appetizers and desserts. And a sign-up list went out last week.
And I've got it today.
Great. Mary Ziski over here is our would our two co-chairs please stand? You need to be spotted. Thank you. All right, I'm switching subjects here. Camp out. We have. How many of you are going on the Big Sur camp out next? All right. And that's just a smattering of the folks that are going. We have about 55 campers that will be there. It's going to be fantastic. So if you have not yet paid, though most of you have, and you haven't turned in your release forms, I have to have those ASAP. So please get all that to me. And thank you very, very much.
Are there any birthdays or anniversaries?
Yes.
Birthday? No. We're gonna do this right over here. So Brooks and Antonia don't have to go very far. I think for the lemonade. Yeah. Please stand for the blessing as you're able. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. The blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be with you and remain with you always. Amen. Cynthia would normally give the dismissal. She is preaching this morning at First United Methodist. So prayers for Cynthia. Go now in peace to love and serve the Lord.
Thanks be to God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Thursday off. Dinner. Every other night. So we're gonna be crazy.
Of course, I'm going to have somebody else shooting.
How are you doing?
Ready?
You have to look at that. I think I'm done.